Welcome to Suno Kahani. I'm your host, and we're excited to bring you a fresh new take on storytelling with a revamped format and style. Your feedback is invaluable. Share your thoughts in the box below and let us know what you think. Stay with us till the end, and if you enjoy it, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Let's make stories come alive together.
Asim stared out of the window, clutching his worn-out backpack as the bus pulled up to his new school. It was a bustling public school, the kind he'd never seen before. 7th grade was already intimidating, and being the new kid made it worse. It was a sprawling public school, the kind where the classrooms brimmed with over 30 boys, their voices weaving together into an endless, chaotic hum. The air buzzed with energy, as though the walls themselves struggled to contain it. Most of the boys came from modest middle-class families, their polished shoes and neatly pressed uniforms a quiet testament to their parents' care. But there were a few, like Asim, who bore the weight of humbler circumstances. While their uniforms gleamed with crisp perfection, his shirt told a different story, a fabric worn thin and patched more times than he could count. It clung to him like a silent reminder of the divide, an invisible line separating him from the rest. Yet, despite its frayed edges, he wore it with quiet resolve, holding his head high amidst the clamor. From the moment he entered, he felt out of place. His desk sat quietly in the corner, while the others were surrounded by small, laughing clusters. His classmates seemed to have known each other forever. Asim, on the other hand, had no one. To make things worse, his homework was incomplete. Not because he didn't care, but because he hadn't understood the assignment. The teacher called him out that morning. "Asim, why isn't your work finished?" she asked sternly, her voice cutting through the low hum of the classroom. Heads turned, and the air grew thick with the weight of her words. A few boys in the back snickered, their whispers sharp as knives. Asim felt the heat rise to his face, his ears burning with shame. He stammered an apology, his voice barely above a whisper. The words tumbled awkwardly from his mouth, but the sting of embarrassment settled deep in his chest, pressing like a heavy stone. He lowered his eyes to his desk, willing himself to disappear, as the teacher's gaze lingered on him for a moment longer before moving on. The first week passed like this, silent lunches, unfinished assignments, and whispers behind his back. Then came Thursday. Asim was trying to organize his books when a group of boys approached his desk. The tallest of them, Bilal, had a smug grin on his face. "Hey, new guy, what's wrong? Don't know how to do homework?" he sneered. The group erupted in laughter. Asim felt tears prick his eyes, but forced them back. Before he could respond, another voice sliced through the taunts, steady and firm. "That's enough, Bilal." Ahmed's calm yet resolute tone drew the attention of the others. He was a boy with kind eyes, the sort that seemed to notice things others often overlooked. "Why don't we help him instead of acting like bullies?" he continued, his gaze unwavering. Bilal froze for a moment, caught off guard, before shrugging dismissively. With a muttered comment under his breath, he turned and walked away, his bravado fading with each step. Ahmed pulled up a chair next to Asim, settling in with an easy smile. "It's tough being the new kid, huh?" he said gently, his voice carrying a warmth that instantly eased some of the tension in the air. Asim blinked, unsure of how to respond. This was unexpected, kindness instead of mockery. Finally, he nodded, the words coming slowly, hesitantly. "I just don't get the math homework," he admitted, his voice barely audible. Ahmed's smile widened, his sincerity evident. "Well, let's figure it out together. No one said you have to do it alone," he offered, picking up a pencil and glancing at Asim's book. It was a small gesture, but to Asim, it felt like the beginning of something new, something hopeful. "Don't worry," Ahmed said. "I'll explain it to you after school, and if you ever need help, just ask. We're classmates. We should look out for each other." True to his word, Ahmed stayed back that day and walked Asim through the homework. Slowly, they began to talk about other things. Football, favorite books, their families. By the end of the session, Asim realized he had made his first friend. Word spread about what Ahmed had done. It wasn't long before others started including Asim in their games and conversations. Even Bilal, with some encouragement, softened his ways and apologized. Months later, the school held an anti-bullying campaign. Ahmed, Asim, and a few classmates gave a presentation titled, "Be a Buddy, Not a Bully." They shared their story, how kindness and standing up for others could transform lives. Asim had gone from being the lonely new kid to a confident, active part of his class. All it had taken was one person to break the cycle of bullying and start a chain reaction of friendship.